Hi there.
Welcome to another episode of the channel. As you see, I still have no theme song, but I'm working on that. Also, I'm working on several interviews, music interviews and filmmaking interviews, horror, of course. So once we start that going, this channel is really going to get good, hopefully. In the meantime, we're going to stick with this right here. I'm going to show today my punk rock DVD collection. I got some pretty cool stuff. That's why I thought, hey, let's do punk rock. We'll start out, well, I don't know, some people, I say they're punk. That would be SOD. This DVD is cool for about the first show. And after that, it's just the same songs over and over and over again. So much for that one. Then we have the B-52s. Some people will say, they'll bring up Rome if you want to and all that stuff. Love Shack. But they were a great punk rock band when they first started out. Really weird. Definitely excellent. I love the B-52s. Then we have some Guttermouth. I have not watched this DVD yet. One of my recent purchases, but I will be checking that out. I did see Guttermouth, a little bit of them. I was walking out of the club at the time, and they came out on stage and started taking their clothes off. So, anyway, then we got going to the Dead Kennedys. I used to have the VHS of the Live on Broadway show, but I do not have that any longer. Although I do have an ad that record stores got. It has the Dead Kennedys and live and whatever, $49.99 and whatever. Then on the back it had all this other information about it. It's pretty cool. I still have that. But this is In God We Trust Incorporated when they're performing, recording the album in the studio. It's really, really cool. There's a band here called X. Live in Los Angeles, of course. My favorite X song would be Nausea. And another band, they had a lot of influences that they added. Then we go one of the most important bands in my life, the Subhumans. Yeah. All Gone Live, the Subs. This is a great show. Excellent sounding and let me put my glasses on. If I put my glasses on, I could read and see better. There you are. Well, starts off with All Gone Dead. Can't Hear the Words. What else is This Year's War, Walls of Silence from 2929 Split Vision, Joe Public, Rats, Work, Rest, Play, Die, Society, Parasites, Subvert City, Mickey Mouse is Dead. Awesome, man. The Subs. I saw them probably more than any other band, and I always went crazy, except for when I broke my leg. But I still went to the show, and I was still going crazy without, I had to stand there, but hey. Ooh, Bad Religion, The Riot. I watched this. I don't remember it exactly. I remember they did a lot of old songs on here, like How Much Is Enough, You Are the Government, Yesterday, Politics. That's really old stuff. Frogger, Drastic Action. Excellent song choices, man. But I guess there was a riot after the show, so they pretty much show the cops outside. They don't show any crazy violent rioting, but I don't know. It's interesting anyway. And then, of course, we've got Bad Religion, Along the Way. when they did a tour of Germany. Great songs on here. We're Only Gonna Die, Delirium of Disorder, Voice of God is Government. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, Bad Religion along the way. I think I had that on VHS, too. Alright, we'll try to get this moving along here. Then we got some Ramones. I got 2 Ramones. I thought I had more. Lifestyles. Unless that's on VHS somewhere. Here's It's Alive 1974 to 96. Pretty cool DVD. They show them, you know, performing and show them on tour with fans chasing and mobbing them like they're the Beatles. And here's Ramones Raw, kind of the same thing. I love the Ramones. The 2 greatest rock and roll bands ever, AC/DC and Ramones. Alright, let's try to go quicker here. We got the Germs Media Blitz, the Germs story that Don Letts put out, or Don Bowles put out, the drummer of the Germs. This DVD can go 2 ways. Number 1, it is awesome seeing the Germs perform live. And it's awesome watching Don Bowles talk about the band and everything. And at the same time, as interesting as it is, it gets boring. I don't know. It's like different emotions. You're like, oh man, that's cool to know. Then you're like, does he have to keep talking? Anyway, Government Issue Live 1985, Flip Side. Put this out. It's got Plain to See on here, Sheer Terror, Understand. All great stuff, man. Plain to See, did I mention that? Mad at Myself. Excellent. Then we got D.I., the Suburbia Sessions, 1983, also Flip Side. The very beginning of this DVD, for some reason, is all fucked up. It's the footage, the way it shows on the screen. I don't understand why they had it on this DVD. I don't understand. But then we get to them performing in the rehearsal room. And it's excellent, man. Venus de Milo, Reagan the Führer, Richard hung himself, Spiritual Law. And of course, speaking of the all-time greats of punk rock, Minor Threat. This has 4 shows, it looks like. Well, 3 shows and an interview with Ian MacKaye. And it's got a booklet here, 16-page booklet, if you could see. Minor Threat. Okay. Negative Approach, another one. This is Fair Warning Volume 2, some shows from 82 and 83. This also has when they were on the Why Be Something You're Not TV show in Detroit. And it's got some live stuff, interviews. Really cool Negative Approach, man. Fuck yeah. And then we got Black Flag here. This video's kind of boring. I mean, it's with Rollins, and I don't know. They just don't play excited. They just like play drab. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into some documentaries. We all know about, of course, the decline of Western civilization. You know. That's a great one. And we always hear about other scenes, Boston, New York, well, Cleveland. They had a great punk scene since the 70s with bands like Rocket from the Tombs and the Pagans, Dead Boys, the Electric Eels. This is Cleveland's Screaming, a documentary about the Cleveland hardcore punk scene. It's got Zero Defects, Agitated, The Plague. Excellent, man. I don't know if you can still get it. You might be able to. I procured my copy. Of course, I'm from Cleveland. So. Then, of course, we got American Hardcore. It's an excellent one with interviews and footage. Get Thrashed, the story of thrash metal. This is a pretty cool one. About all the old thrash bands. And we got, going back to the punk rock, we got Punk Attitude, filmed by Don Letts, who also did the punk rock movie in the 70s. And yeah, this is really cool. I think it's even got X-Ray Specs, Polystyrene being interviewed, so that is the ultimate cool. It's got, of course, Sex Pistols, Ramones, Black Flag, X-Ray Specs, Dead Kennedys, The Slits. And what is Patti Smith doing on here? That filthy, talentless bitch. Fuck her, she ain't punk. Alright, then we'll get into some movies. The Great Rock and Roll Swindle. Right? Which has Sid Vicious doing My Way and some other interesting songs, Friggin' in the Riggin'. And of course, the best song is the title track, The Great Rock and Roll Swindle. Then we got Rock and Roll High School, the Ramones, of course. Then we got some Joy Division films. This one's about Ian Curtis's life. It's called Control. It's a documentary on his life, like a film. And 24-Hour Party People. It's based upon the guy that signed Joy Division. So there you have it, my punk rock goodies for DVDs. As I said, we're going to be having interviews. We do have them lined up. It's just a matter of recording them, getting them together, and putting them on the channel. So it's, once again, music videos with punk and death metal, grindcore bands. And my friends in the horror film business, I got a lot of friends, even big stars. I know a couple people. Yeah. So, yes indeed, this will be getting better. Tell your friends about the channel. Excuse me. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Let's get this channel going. Tell everybody. Give this video a like, and we'll see you next time.